Good morning, guys. Deer hunting season 2025. Day 5, more snow. So if we now have an inch of snow here at my house, there's going to be a lot more in the bush where I'm hunting. I'm going to head right back to the spot where we saw the most tracks this week, and I'm going to just start there today. Again, it's gray. It's actually freezing rain, so it's not that cold. I don't know what to do. Just as a single guy out here hunting, ambush is my only option. And we've been complaining for the last dozen years as our hunting group got smaller and smaller. All the old guys were getting knocked off or just quit hunting, and no new young blood was coming in to replace these guys. We were always saying, there's only 4 of us today. There's only 3 of us today. Well, I'm down to 1. So this season feels like an impossibility, but I'm going to get out there and I'm going to try. I just can't give up at this point. Day 5. Let's do this. Also, I'm going to report that now that the temperatures have been down into the minus 5, 6, 7 degrees Celsius every day, the truck is getting less kilometers on a charge which was giving me 580 kilometers around there before. Now I'm down, it's showing 540 roughly. So the colder temperatures have already cost me 40 kilometers per charge, and as the winters get colder, it's probably going to be even more than that. But I still have tons of kilometers in this truck for everyday driving around. So as you can see, I've been charging it to 85%. It goes a little bit above, so we're at 86, and it's showing only 542. Normally that would be 580 some kilometers. So the cold is, and now this temperature here is because the car is still in the garage, right? We haven't gone out into the cold yet. I believe it's showing -2 on the outside thermometer today. And I also have to report that this truck is a little bit wider than the old truck, than my Dodge 1500. And the wife is having fits. She can't deal with a little bit extra girth in the truck. She can't park. She's giving me hell. I've got to push over as far as I can. I don't know, I'm assuming that this truck is about that much wider than the old truck, and it's really causing havoc with our garage parking. As you can see, the guys that I paid to put in the new carport, new garage out here, yeah, looks great, eh? Yeah, put a down payment, they said. Oh, it'll only be over 100 grand, they said. We'll be done in 4 months, they said. 6 months later, I got nothing to show for it, nothing. Hold on, we're gonna do a little experiment here. I pulled out of the driveway, and I realized we can answer this. There's my old truck right there, parked at Wynn's. All right, let's center these babies and see what happens. Yep, this truck is a couple inches wider than the old Dodge. She's still running good though. I almost got away, and then Kim came out and asked me what the hell I was doing. Then she started laughing. I said, I'm measuring the truck. So yeah, the wife is right. The new truck is a little bit wider than the old one. Don't let her know I said that. Guess I probably could have Googled that. It's wet, slushy. It's like a wet snow coming down. It's not even real snow. There go the geese. Heading south. Shit's about to get real up here. Winter is hitting. Morning, eh? Regular, medium, decaf. That's how you have to order in Canada. You have to say good morning, eh? Otherwise they spit in your coffee. Canada's not as polite as everybody thinks. Had to stop and take a photo of the old 1930s farmstead back there. I do every season. Alright, I'm turning off on my little side road here, and nobody's been in here. So that's a good sign. There's about 3 inches of snow on the ground, but we're the only ones in here today. That's the other beautiful thing about this truck. I don't have to put any weight in the back. 10,000 pound truck with all the batteries. I just crawl up these snowy, icy hills like nothing. Got my Blizzaks on. 10,000 pounds of batteries in the back. Let's go climb some icy back roads. Just crawls right along. I don't have to do anything. Doesn't spin a tire. Was a real problem with pretty much every truck I've ever owned. Hunting and hunting season. You always got to throw some kind of weight in the back. Alright, I'm going to head back into where I had lunch on day one and just see if there's any fresh tracks in this new snow. And if not, we'll just keep going further and further back this road. There are all kinds of skater trails that go up onto the mountain, and we'll just pick one and just go up there and see if we can find where the deer have moved to if they're not in the same place. Okay, right there is where we sat and ate lunch the other day. I haven't seen any tracks coming in here. Nothing fresh. I'm not going to sit here and waste any time if there's no fresh tracks here. We're just going to keep moving back towards the mountain, find a skidding trail, find some tracks, and that's where we're going to stop. Not until I see some fresh sign. That's kind of cool. Right there you guys can see the big hemlock mountain that I'm talking about, where the deer only have a few places to come down. And there is a skidding trail that runs right along here, and it comes down from way up there. It's a pretty good watch right here. I might just kill 20 minutes right here, even though I haven't found any tracks yet. Well, due to the lack of sign and movement here in this area, I don't know where those deer went from 3 days ago. They've moved on somewhere. I'm going to move on. I'm going to go about 15 miles from here and try another little swampy trail that I've shot a couple bucks on there before, so haven't been in there this year. No idea what there is for sign. Won't know till we go check it out. Do you guys remember the white plastic chair that I found in the bush about 5 years ago? There's an old guy who has a camp, and the swamp runs down the side of the road, and you go in 400 yards. He was in his 80s. He couldn't walk anymore, and he set up this white plastic chair that you just get from the patio store. And he could get into that chair, and he knew that area so well. There's a ravine that goes up to the right, there's a swamp down to the left, and then he's sitting right on the skidding trail. And when I found that chair, it just clicked with me, and I told my dad, I'm sitting here all afternoon, I'm not moving. I just sat here for 3 hours. I think I got a nice buck. I'm pretty sure he dropped right down here on the trail. I got him. So there's the deer. There's the chair I've been sitting in. And I ended up shooting a nice 8-point buck out of that chair. That's where we're going right now. I'm going back to the chair. I got a good feeling. Ha. Look what I see. There's my old white chair. There's the skidding trail. Right there's where I shot the 8-point buck. We're gonna sit here and have lunch. Still got 4 legs. Hell yeah. Lunchtime. Well, I've been sitting in the chair for an hour, guys, and listening to that logging, the beep, 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 and the machinery. It's not the peaceful getaway that deer hunting should be. So I'm just packing up my gear. We're going to head back out, and I got to find somewhere else to go. I've only got a couple hours of daylight left. But there's no tracks. I haven't seen any tracks in here either, so... Well, I'm here. I might as well check the backside of the mountain for tracks. We'll do a half-mile walk down here to the end. Just in case the deer could be on the backside of the mountain. I don't know. Also, I'm carrying a new GPS this year, guys, so I have to hit all my favorite spots and put them back into the new GPS because they're not in there. So when I die, if the kids ever want to see where I went, the adventures I went on, they'll be in this new GPS, right? When I'm old and gray, if somebody finds us. This is like, I envision a movie could be made, right? The lost hidden places that the old timers knew where to hunt, right? It'll all be in my GPS. They won't ever go there. They won't ever know what to do with those locations. Somebody's built a little ground blind over here. No, they built a shitter. Don't mind me. I'm going to use the facilities and then we're going to walk out of here. And just to show you guys that we're not messing around here when we say there's no help back here. I have no service. Emergency calls only. And the chance of that actually going through? Well, I did just track a squirrel for a quarter mile. But in my defense, that was a big squirrel.